back again with another Redeem Live episode. And today we're going to be talking about the power of forgiveness. This time I'm actually in the sunlight because over there I was in the shadows. So I seem a little bit darker on the last stream. How you guys doing? I'm doing pretty good. I'm actually doing better. You guys know I've been going through a lot, but I've been coming along. We're coming along, and yeah, I hope you guys are doing well too. So I'm actually gonna wait a second just to let people come in here for a second. These things are good, man. Kind of crazy that the summer's almost over with, huh? Feels like the summer just started. I like to come here and record on the playground in this park area. It's just a good place to shoot a video. I love it. We're gonna get started. So I wanted to talk about the power, the power, the power of forgiveness. This is a serious topic. I know, but the power of forgiveness. Forgiveness for me personally has been something I struggled with my whole life, and I don't come from the best family, right? I don't, and so with that comes a lot of hatred that builds up in your heart, you know, and not even just family, but it could be people maybe somebody you grew up with, friend, a coworker. It could be anybody in your life. Your ex-boyfriend, your ex-girlfriend. It could be anybody. But one thing I've learned was the more the more I held on to hatred, the more I became a bitter and hateful individual. The more bitter and hurtful, and the more hatred of an individual I became, it leaked out in my words. I couldn't stop thinking about the people that hurt me. I couldn't stop thinking about how I wanted to make their lives miserable. And that's not a good place to be in here. That's not a good place to be mentally. And so, although how I felt and maybe how you feel is justified, right? This X person did this to X, Y, and Z to me. So therefore they need to be punished. And in some cases they do need to be punished. But here's the thing. They may not be punished by you. They may not be punished by me. They're going to be punished by him. It says in the Bible, God says, vengeance is mine. When I heard that, I'm like, well, I don't know. Vengeance is mine. I could wait for you, God, but why wait when I can have my fun now? I don't know when they're going to die. I want to make their life a living hell today, right? But God had to deal with me. And that doesn't mean he's even going to wait till they're dead. Something can happen to them while they're alive. But God had to deal with me. Because again, my heart wanted to seek revenge because my heart was full of hatred. And that ain't no way to be. So it came to a point where I had to figure this out. God, if you honestly don't want me to have hatred in my heart, we are, bro. What's going on, Mark? If you honestly don't want me to have hatred in my heart, you're going to have to help me. Because up to me, I'll kill them. I'll take somebody's life if up to me. So you're going to have to help me do the right thing. And if I can't take your life, I make it just miserable, right? So, well, that's what happened. And I went to God. And I said, Lord, change my heart. And I went on a fast. And on that fast, I think that fast lasted, how long was that fast? I don't know. Maybe 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. I don't know. But that fast was a while. No, you know what? It was a month. It was a month fast, right? And so after my month fast, And I knew all the people who I wanted to forgive. I had like a literally like a mental checklist. And if you need to write it down, a checklist of everyone who I wanted to forgive. And it was quite a list, right? I'm sorry, I gotta scratch my knees. When I come out here, I'm always getting bit up by mosquitoes. Man, it kind of sucks. But anyway, I had, a mental note of everyone I wanted to forgive. And I said, Lord, I want to forgive this person. I want to forgive this person. But I can't do it. Change my heart on this fast. And guess what happened? When the fast ended, I thought about the people who I hated. I thought about who the people who I hated the most. And I said, how do I feel about them now? And I'm like, I won't really know how I feel about them unless I really think about them, unless I hear some news about them. Yeah, yeah, Mox, Fox, GT, mosquitoes are no fun. I thought about all the people who I hated. And you know what? Because usually, the people who I don't really like, I go in, bro. I go in. They every horrible name in the book. But for the first time in my life, I didn't call them out of their name when I thought about them. And I said, maybe there's something to this. Maybe God really can change my hardened, broke down heart. And He did. He did. To this day, and that was back in January of this year. This is a current thing. A lot of these things I'm learning right now. So I have forgiven my family after holding on to hatred for probably what? Oh my gosh, how many years has it been? 20 or more? It's been a minute. It's been a hot minute. And I'm gonna tell you how it feels to forgive when God does that. It feels good. It feels so freeing because what happens is when we don't forgive, it's like we're handcuffing ourselves to the wall. We think that we're hurting somebody else. We're hurting ourselves. Martha Sexton, what's going on? Hi. We're hurting ourselves. We're not hurting them. I was drowning myself. I wasn't drowning them. And now it feels freeing. It feels freeing to think about the people I once hated. And that doesn't mean that I like them. That doesn't even mean that I talk to them. And that doesn't mean that I've even went up to them and, had a conversation. No, I didn't need to. And it wouldn't have been good for me. But what I needed to do was I didn't need an apology from them because I know I'm never going to get it. Sometimes you'll never get the apology of those who hurt you. But what I did know I needed to forgive them so I can release them. Because as long as I didn't forgive them, they now hold power over me. And I'm not letting nobody hold no power over me. Absolutely not. So they don't. Now, I probably hold power over them because I'm constantly on their mind, but they're not on mine anymore. I'm out here living my life. God has put me have different missions. There's different things I got to do, and this is one of them. I don't have time, and I think for you as well, watching, whether you're watching live right now or you're watching later, don't allow these people to have power over you. How do you give them power? By having bitterness, by holding on. That gives the other person power over you. But if you don't want them to have power over you, you must forgive them. One of the hardest commandments in the Bible is to forgive those who hurt you, to forgive your enemies, and to love your enemies. That is, man, out of all the commandments, that one, for me, was the worst. That was the hardest. I was like, no, God, don't make me do it. But I had to. And I'm glad I did it. So I don't know, you know, what is it going to take for you guys? For me, it took, it took, I just couldn't do it anymore. I just got to the point where I'm just tired of holding all this hatred and resentment in my heart. Are you? Are you tired of holding so much hatred, bitterness, and resentment in your heart? Are you ready to let go? The answer is yes, go on a fast and dedicate your fast to forgiving people who you hate and who hate you, and watch God work. And if you need some type of proof, right here, because he did it for me. And trust me, I am no better than you. I am no better than you. I probably harbored more hatred in my heart than you. Like, I mean, it got deep, guys. It got deep. But it feels good to be free now. It feels good to be free. Now, there's obviously other areas in my life that I still have to work on, and there's other areas in your life that you have to work on. But I want you to know to never give up. Never give up on healing. Never give up on forgiveness. Never give up on showing love. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your life because you may not think you're worth it, but to God, to Jesus, you're more than worth it. And He showed me that because I used to think I wasn't worth it. I used to think I wasn't good enough. I used to think, oh God, why come? Why even bother with me? I'm just gonna mess up again anyway. I love my sins, so why come to me anyway? Just let me go. But God is so nice. He's so loving. He didn't listen to me. And He kept me. And He said, no, I got something more for you. You're more than just your sins. You're more than just problems. And He showed me who I was. And then He gave me a purpose. And I walked in the purpose He gave me because I had no confidence. But when I walked in His purpose, it gave me confidence. After He gave me confidence, He transformed me. That's all. It's just the best thing I can say. He has transformed me, and He's still transforming me. Don't ever give up on that. Don't ever give up on that. Man, my legs are so bitten up. It's disgusting. Like I got so many bites. Oh, like just from other days of coming out here recording, I got bites on my muscle. I got bites on my legs. I got bites everywhere, man. And it's like every time the old bites leave, I come out here to record, and then new bites come. So I'm actually thinking about the winter time, like, well, how am I going to do this? I just won't be recording outside. I'll just be recording out of my living room in the winter time. I hope you don't mind, you know. Feels good out here, man. We got to enjoy this weather while we got it because we're not going to be, we won't be having this soon. How you guys feeling? Are you blessed? Are you happy that you're alive? Are you happy for what you have? I have sometimes, I can be ungrateful, right? I can be ungrateful. And God has to whip me back into shape. But I'm just glad that you guys are here. I'm glad that I listened to God and I came on YouTube. I didn't think I'd be doing this. I didn't coming into this year. This is the last thing I think I'd be doing. But God is full of surprises, and I'm really excited to see what else He has for me. And I hope if you are a watcher or a listener of Redeem that you get something out of this. Every video I make, don't just listen to the video, but follow it. Don't just listen to it, but follow it. When you read the Bible, don't just read it, you gotta follow it. A lot of us are good at reading and listening, and then we go off and we do whatever we want to do after that. But we gotta follow. You gotta live this. This walk ain't easy. This walk as a Christian is not for the faint of heart. You will be persecuted. You will struggle. But check this out. You may suffer in this world, but it says in the Bible, Jesus has overcome the world. And they hate you because they hated Him first. With Him, all things are possible. My brothers and sisters, all things are possible. Even forgiveness is possible because I've seen it from myself. So don't give up. I know it's hard. I know you just want to give up a lot. I know this stuff sucks. Trust me, it does. But you can't. We can't. We can't. So we're hitting the 15-minute mark. I have to go home and cook dinner. I am vaguely hungry. So seems like people been popping in and out of here, in and out of here. I'm glad that you guys, made comments in the comment section. Thank you guys for participating a little bit today. I love it when you guys say something. I love it when you leave likes. I just it feels good to have the actual engagement. I'm not just talking to just a camera. Feels good. So I'm about to get out of here, guys. And it was your boy Roberto, and I was back again with another episode of Redeem Live. And until next time, peace.